Hello and a very good afternoon, good morning. Welcome along to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby and welcome to this glorious Sunday. And you're probably thinking, hang on a minute, what's he doing here? It's Father's Day. What on earth is this guy doing at work on Father's Day? There's no place I'd rather be, honestly. The guys here have treated me to all sorts, actually. I got a few treats this morning from the kids. Then my wife said, I'm going to treat you to a great day out. I said, where's that? She said, work. Off you go. But no, it's been a lovely day, and actually I'm glad that I'm here because I get to bring you some amazing shows with some amazing people, and you've got some amazing deals today as well. We've got double points for you right throughout the day today to celebrate Father's Day. So if you fancy treating yourself, fancy treating someone in your life, it's a great day to be shopping with us. Plus we have a variety of discount codes for you as well, which are on the website. More about that I'll tell you a little bit later on, but basically the more items that you pop into your cart, the more savings you will make. But we're here for a 2-hour extravaganza. Our award-winning show, known as the Craft Along, does exactly what it says on the screen right there. You get to craft along with us. We do it in real time. So if you have any questions, you can get in touch. If you get a little bit stuck, you can get in touch and we can repeat and refresh. But basically, there's no, oh, here's one I made earlier, or, oh, I did this bit here, but now we're going to go straight onto this. We do it all in real time for you. So hopefully the idea is you craft along in real time, and by the end of the 2 hours, you have a finished project to be proud of and to show us as well. Because if you do craft along, make sure you send in any pictures to our email address, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk, and right throughout the show, oh, he's changed it, and right throughout the show, that's the email, and then right throughout the show you can get in touch with us as well via Facebook and indeed YouTube if you are crafting along. If you want to say hello, if you want to ask any questions, that is the way to get in touch. Now, it is not me leading the craft along today. That would be amusing, wouldn't it, to say the least. And I'm not going to be crafting along today simply for the fact that...
You need to speak.
What?
You need to speak.
Well, I need to speak, yes. Also, I didn't want to slow everybody down because I definitely think it's a project that I could tackle, but we want to get this done in 2 hours, not 2 days. So, I'm not crafting along. We have two wonderful guests who we'll introduce you to in just a few seconds' time. But the lady who's leading the craft along, which it looks like it's going to be amazing, is the one and only Michelle McCarthy. This looks amazing, this project.
Thank you. Thank you. Should we have a quick sneaky peek of it?
Let's do it.
So this is my finished project. These dies, you could absolutely cut all the way through this, put some vellum behind it and create a light box. I didn't do that, but you absolutely can because they've got that perfect aperture on there to do it. Then we've got the lovely aperture on the top with some pre-made flowers in there, and then when you open it up, you've got the so exploding box, but we've used again those lovely aperture dies to create that beautiful, I love that one, it's very art deco-y. So just those little pockets that open, and then you've got little pockets here for anything that you want to be storing, like almost like a little mini memory exploding box type thing. But it's easy to do, and it can be done in the 2 hours. Probably with another crafter. No, we will do it. We can do it. I promise you, we will do it in 2 hours.
Should we have a look at what we're going to need, apart from more time, and then we'll be fine. What else are we going to need? Right,
so to get yourself started for this, you will need your Gemini Floral Aperture dies, any of them, but sort of the three that I've got on there is your Nouveau Roses, Floral Delight, and your Opulent Dragonflies. Sarah Signature, Country Lane. So I've used the 12x12 paper pad, the 6x6 and the A4 linen cardstock. Some ribbon from your own stash, black card, a little bit of acetate, and then you're going to need your Gemini, your scoreboard, guillotine, dotty tape pen, red liner tape, foam on a roll, all-purpose glue, 3D Collal glue, and some pre-made flowers from your stash.
Super duper. We'll give you a couple of minutes or so to get all of that together. Whilst we're doing that, we'll say a few hellos. I'll also just show you the deal as well, because the great thing about, of course, a craft along is that you can pick up the deal right now if you haven't yet got it, and you can then craft along at a later date, because this will always stay on our Facebook page. It will always be there on YouTube for you as well. So if you order any of the goodies today, you know that the craft along that we're about to show you now will still be there for you to craft along with once you've got these. Now, best way to get them all is on the deal we're showing you on screen right now, so you get all 23 elements included. If you want to go individually, you can. If you want to go for a two for, it's two for £18 or two for $23. But these really are brilliant. I've popped the three that Michelle's going to be using at the front of the selection here for you. But the clever thing about these, of course, is that you've got like this split main die. So you've got the ability really to create 3 different creator cards depending on how you use them. So you'll see this one here, which is your Nouveau Roses. You can use the 2 dies together, so you can create this sort of effect here. If you then decide that you just want to use this die twice over, you can create this effect here, or then if you decide you want to use this side of the die twice over, you can create this effect here. So it's a really, really clever way of doing things and just giving you more versatility as far as this collection is concerned. You're going to get a couple of extra dies there to embellish your Nouveau Roses with, so that one we're going to be looking at in the show. Also, your Floral Delight. So once again, how cool is this, that you've got the ability to create 1, 2, 3 different creator cards, and once again you'll get those added extra little dies to be able to create the embellishments or even the focal points if you want to use them like that. This is glorious, and I know lots of people currently loving dragonflies within craft, chatting about them a lot. This is a lovely, lovely set. Once again, 1, 2, 3 dies create the different apertures. This one I particularly love when you're using the two, well, the one side with the dragonflies on there to create this really, really beautiful effect. That one is your opulent dragonflies. Same again here with the butterfly hearts. Just absolutely beautiful, this collection. This one is the spring blooms. And then lastly in the set is the Floral Arch. Such versatility, 3 different ways to be able to use them. And of course today you're going to be saving £11.95 or $15.75. Get your 20% off if you're platinum, bringing that price down to $38.39 or $49.56. And of course it's double point, double points for you today as well. And like we said, if you are shopping and you buy 2 or more items, we've got a variety of codes for you that you can get using. So you can save up to 15% right here. All you have to do is use a particular code depending on how many items you have in your basket. So if you add 2 or more items into your basket, you can get 5% off. Use the code BUY2. If you have 4 or more items in your basket, you can get up to 10% off. Use the code BUY4. I don't know why I stuttered then, because I know what it is. I can't actually see it. If you think, by the way, he's looking at the screen, why can't he read it? It's not there. It's actually there. Anyway. Then you've got add 6 items or more into your basket, get 15% off. The code is, everybody, thanks everybody, buy 6. They go wrong in the gallery. You can see it on the screen. But dear, oh dear, buy 6. So the codes are there for you. Those codes are available up until the end of play today. So lots of reasons to shop. Discounts, discounts, and discounts, and double points for you as well. We've got Grace on the socials today. So if you want to send in any comments, any questions, if you want us to slow down, speed up, stand on our heads, you let us know and we will do it. Maybe not the stand on the head thing, but already in Ben Mccarthy saying good afternoon, everyone. Rhonda Crowley says, this is my kind of craft along. Betsy says, hello, Christine and Ro. Good luck, ladies. I know you will be awesome, says Betsy. Janet says, hello everyone at Crafters TV and all crafters from sunny Michigan. Mary says, good morning from Maine, everyone, and happy Father's Day, Ben. Thank you. Janet says, happy Father's Day, Mr. Moseby. Thank you. Good morning, everyone, says Eileen. Betty says, good morning from Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plains. We've got Suzanne Dawn says, this looks fabulous. Loads of you singing, foam on a rod as well, which is marvellous. and loads more messages coming through. Keep them coming through. Let's make it nice and interactive on this show. And it is going to be interactive because we've got not one, but two fabulous guests joining us over the course of the next couple of hours. Let's go first of all to the lovely Ro, who I've been able to see in the bottom of my screen over the course of the last 10 minutes or so. And Ro, I'm not sure whether you're excited or mildly terrified about what's going to be created.
That was hello, Ben.
I know.
We've been doing sign language to each other online on
you.
Facebook. I thought I'd greet you with hello.
Yes.
And if I could, I would probably sign terrified, but maybe this is it.
It's going to be fun, though, isn't it? I think, broken down into manageable steps, I'm sure a crafter of your talents will be able to pull this together. Have you ever made anything like this before?
No, but there's nobody else I'd rather make it with than you and Christine and Michelle. So.
Well, you can
Hopefully
come
we'll get
again.
through it.
Oh, hang on a minute. Michelle's coming over. She's coming over. It's a big studio. She's coming over.
It's not a big studio, I'm just really short. Hi. You're going to be fabulous. Yeah. And we'll get it done, I promise. We'll get it done.
And
If not, there's always tomorrow, right?
Right.
The great thing is, you and Christine are in like the VIP box as well. So if at any point you get stuck or you need to ask a question, if you just like wave like that, and then Jamie and George will be able to see you, and they'll be able to stop us, and we can get this sorted.
Can I wave too if I get stuck? Right, okay, just those two.
Yeah, if
Just
you're
not me.
waving, we're in big trouble. Yeah. Well, Ro, have you got everything you need and you're ready to go?
Yes, I'll be using a different paper pad today because I didn't have that paper pad, and I have different dies, but hopefully that'll give a different perspective for people at home that have the other stuff too.
Well, I tell you what, it's going to be a happy craft along, and I'm sure we'll all be laughing as well. Thank you.
I know that one. That's
Yeah,
about it.
Thank you, and please to the knees.
Oh, okay.
Please to the knees, yeah.
Please, please.
Yeah.
Right, I'll go
I
back.
think this is father, right?
You're obviously doing ASL, BSL, father. Father. And then we got mother. Mother.
Okay.
But yeah, father. I'm trying to think of more of my signs now, but I feel under pressure. But maybe I'll do some more as we head through the show. The lovely Ro is with us. We're also joined by another fantastic guest. The lovely Christine joins us too. How are you, Christine?
Hey, good. How are you? Guys?
Really
Happy
good.
Father's Day.
Thank you. I saw your message actually that you sent through a little bit earlier on, so thank you for that. So excited to have you with us. Just before we get started, and I think you might have known that I was going to ask this question, can we have a brief tour of all your paper pads?
You want that now?
How long does it take?
I can do that, but I can only see half the screen. Ro's on one side and you're cut off, so I can't even see you. So just so you know.
Oh, okay. Have we got time to do this,
that.
Jamie? Yeah, okay, a quick tour. He's giving me the go-ahead.
Okay. But I can't see you. So.
Here we go. Get ready for this.
I'm so excited.
I'm super duper excited. What?
Wow.
Wait. So, let's see. Sorry. This is terrible because I can only see half the screen.
We can see. I love your shelving with the lights as well, but look at all.
That's amazing.
And all them up there. My tables. I teach painting classes sometimes too. Oh, don't look in there. Ooh. I threw everything out. And all the way, that's my crafting table. Yep. And back to me.
That is amazing.
I didn't realise that she lived in heaven.
I don't know about that.
It looks amazing, and it's everything I expected it to be and more. So that was great to see.
Yes, because you didn't see the Easter shows up.
How are you feeling about the craft along? Are you excited, nervous, apprehensive?
Ben, oh my gosh, when I saw that, Michelle, it's a fantastic project, Bob. You really have high hopes for us, girl.
We can do it.
done in 2 hours. Just don't know.
Well,
We will.
It's going to be absolutely fine. Producer Jamie's going, well, it's going to tell her, what are you doing, chatting? Get on with it. So I've been told. At any point as well, Christine, if you need anything repeated, or if you've got a question, stick your hand up because you're in the box seat and we will get your question answered. But I think we're all ready to go. I get the easy job today because I'm just sort of going to stand back and watch and admire and ooh and ah. I think we're all good. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm absolutely ready.
All right, let's do this thing. Here we go, guys.
Ready. Right, first of all, we're going to need our black card and our guillotine. So we're going to cut our main pieces to this box out. So let me just pop this out. Right, so first of all, we're going to cut a piece 5 by 5. And then we need another piece, just slightly smaller, so it's going to be 4 7/8 by 4 7/8, or just a sliver. It depends on however you find it easier. I know some people tend to struggle with the extra 1/8, but it's literally just sort of a sliver that you're taking off. So you're going to just lay them together and you can see that one's just a little bit smaller than the other. So we're going to pop them to the side and then we're going to cut 4 pieces of card, and these are going to be 7 inches by 5 inches. So we're going to need 4 of these.
Okay.
Did I say 4? Because it's 7 by 5. I'm not. Did I say 5?
No, you said 7 by 5 and four of these.
That's where my 4 came
Yeah.
from. Yeah. So 7 by 5. See, look, it's that easy to get me confused.
I'm the same though. Whenever I've crafted a log previously, that's why it goes slow when I'm doing, because I need numbers repeated.
Yeah.
Because I would have done 7 by 4, 5 of these rather than 7 by 5, 4 of these. That's a good thing there about these craft alongs. Let us know if you are crafting along in the comments, and if you need anything else covered. What GSM is the black card? Says Rhonda.
It's 300.
300.
Yeah. Right, and then we're going to need one more piece, and this is going to be 8 1/8 by 8 1/8. So your black card is normally 8 2/8 wide. So you just, again, taking that sliver off. There we go. So that is it with the black card for now. Just going to pop that to the side, and then you're going to bring in your scoreboard. So what we're going to do is, so these long ones that we have got that are 7 by 5, we're going to score it at 1/2 inch. So you're going to score on your long side. So you can either score at 6.5 inches or the 1/2. It doesn't really matter which way you do it, as long as you're getting that 1/2 inch tab at the end. So we're going to score all 4 of these exactly the same. Yes.
5 by 7.
Yes.
Yeah.
So 4 of these.
5 by 7s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was my fault.
It might have been mine getting confused over my numbers.
No, but then I confused it further by saying something else which it wasn't. So there's definitely apologies for that.
That's okay, because I will go back over it all. So we've got 4 of these that are 5 by 7, and we're scoring a 1/2 inch tab on each of those 4 pieces.
Right.
And then, so this is going to be our lid, and it's 8 1/8 by 8 1/8. All my sides are going to be 1.5 inches wide, and that extra 1 is because my box is 5 by 5. I want that extra 1/8 of an inch to make sure it sits over nice and snugly. It won't be too big, won't be too loose. Oh, it's a bit like Goldilocks. So that one that 1/8 extra allows for all the mats and layers that you may have on the front of your box as well. So you're going to score this on all 4 sides at 1.5 inch.
All right, so once we've done this little bit, we'll have a quick recap of all of the sizes and the measurements, won't we? Because we've had a few little Skype problems apparently, where I think Christine's just missed out on a few instructions. Probably my fault for getting her to move the camera. And
Lost the connection.
Show us the craft room. So I'll take the blame for that one as well. Look at me. I'll go home. It's Father's Day. But we'll recap on everything, all the measurements that you need. But the first ones that you did were 4 7 by 5.
Yeah. So these two pieces, this is a 5 by 5.
Yeah.
And this is just a slither smaller, so 4 7/8 by 4 7/8. And then we cut 4 pieces that were 5 by 7. And then we scored on the long side at just a 1/2 inch. So we've got a 1/2 inch tab on all 4 of those. And then the lid is 8 1/8 of an inch by 8 1/8. And you're going to score at 1.5 inches all the way round. That leaves the top at 5 1/8 of an inch. So that extra 1/8 is just what allows you to sit it on top nice and snugly. But if you've got mats and layers on there, it allows for those as well. So those are the measurements for now.
Is that good for everybody?
Yeah.
4.
Yes, 4. Shall I carry on?
Do you want to do it one more time? Because George is asking again, and Susie just says I missed the dimensions.
That's okay. I'm quite happy.
Here we go. We'll do it one more time.
As many times as we need.
Yeah.
So we've got one piece of square card, 5 by 5, and we've got another piece that's a tiny slither smaller, so 4 7/8 by 4 7/8. Then we have got 4 pieces of black card. They are 5 inches by 7 inches. And on your long side, you're going to score at 1/2 inch. So if I move that, on your long side, you're going to score at 6.5 inches, and it gives us a 1 inch tab, and you're going to do that on all 4 of those. Then for our lid, it's 8 1/8 of an inch by 8 1/8 of an inch. And you're going to score on all 4 sides at 1.5 inch, which then gives us a box lid that is 5 1/8 of an inch wide. And again, that's so you've got, when you've got your mats and layers on, your lid's still going to fit on without squashing your sides in, because it's an exploding box. There's the, the fear that it can do that, it can make them squash in, and we don't want that. So that extra 1/8 of an inch allows them to sit up nice and straight.
I think we are all pretty good now, and ready to move on. We had a few questions about that in the comments, but actually, I think pretty much we are all good to go. But any more questions? Anything you need repeated? Do let us know, because that's what we're here for. Right.
Fabulous. Right. So we're just gonna pop those to the side now, and what we're gonna do is whatever patterned paper you have decided on, we're going to bring that in. So I'm using my Country Lane, and I'm just going to pick a couple of sheets. Now I did use, so on the outsides of my boxes, I did use the 6 by 6 pad, which is obviously it's exactly the same, but just a smaller pattern. I don't have that with me. It really doesn't make a difference. The only reason I use that is because it just fit perfectly. But we're just going to pick from this. So it doesn't really matter, except for the fact that the only bit you're going to struggle on is which piece you are going to use. So again, on my original box, I put a different piece on each side. Again, you don't have to, but we'll go for 2 different ones. So we're going to bring our guillotine in again. And because this is to go on our front pieces, we're going to cut these at 4 6/8 of an inch wide. So, and
once we've done this little bit, we will just have a little break to let everybody catch up, if that's all right with you.
That's absolutely fine by me. So 4 6/8 wide by 6 2/8 of an inch tall. So if I bring this in and just fold my score line, you're going to see it's going to sit on there beautifully, and I've got that nice little border all the way round. So we're going to need 4 pieces of these. So again, I'm just going to do 2 of the pink and 2 of the green. So we're cutting it at 4 6/8 of an inch wide and 6 2/8 of an inch high. So that's my 2 pink. So 6 2/8 high. By 4 6/8 wide. I do love the sound of a guillotine.
Oh, it's satisfying, isn't it?
It really is.
I've got that one at home on a long loan.
A long
I
loan.
tend to pick up lots of items on long loans from crafters.
So we've got those 4 pieces. Is that where we're taking a break?
I think so. So just remind us again the measurements of those 4 pieces, and then
So
I
these
think
4
we're good.
pieces are 4 6/8 of an inch wide by 6 2/8 of an inch high.
Okay. I tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to have a little bit of a catch-up time. We've got some questions coming in. We can do a few of those, and then I want to show you through the brand new sunflower collection as well, which we've got on Second Chance Sunday. So plenty of time here. I mean, I can make this last as long as you want. So 3 or 4 minutes. If there's anything you want repeated in this time or any questions, get those in, and we'll do this before we move on. There's a nice question coming from Mo, actually, who says, I'd like to know Michelle's process to picking up a craft-along project. So how do you do it? Do you look online for ideas? Does it come to you in your head? Do you, I mean, I don't know, what's the process with it?
Very long and complicated.
Okay.
It's not really. It's nothing other than I will look. So the products they give me to do a craft along with is these. And I always feel for a craft along that I want to do something more than a card. And honest, there's really no rhyme or reason as to the things that pop into my head.
Yeah.
Sometimes if I'm stuck, I will definitely look on, in fact, to tell you where I look more often than not for inspiration, on the I'm a Crafter's Companion page, because you lot are so talented. And yeah, so sometimes if I do see an idea, I will definitely change it or alter it to make it mine. I like to put my own spin on things, but nothing other than just having a look at the project and or the die and thinking, what can I do a little bit different? So I think that's my process, seeing what something a bit different I can do with it. But you know, live a day in my head, and you know, I take no responsibility for what that does to you.
Lots of love coming in for the projects as well. Any more questions, do. I just wanted to very quickly show you the sunflower collection that we've got. This is making its next appearance on Second Chance Sunday, which is coming up for you 6 o'clock, 1 o'clock Eastern. The first thing I've got to talk about here, because obviously I didn't launch this, and I saw this for the first time, I think, on Thursday with Craig. The price, I cannot believe. No wonder this flew out of the door, because it's an amazing collection, but the price for the whole bundle is quite simply unbelievable. £75.99 platinum, $98.04. And here's the thing, if you are picking it up today, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, you're getting double points, which we didn't have at launch. So it's a great opportunity to buy this today with double points. And don't forget, as I said, if you want to get another 5–10% off your basket total, you can add more items in to do that. But it's such a lovely collection. This one, I nearly did a Michelle then for a second. You know earlier on where you read Shire Green or something else? This says striking sunflower. I initially thought it said stinking sunflower. It definitely says striking. And as you can see here, it's almost like a little build a sunflower set from all of those dies to create that beautiful, beautiful sunflower. You've then got the Hello Sunshine, which is a stamp and die set. So you've got that gorgeous sunshine die, lovely font. And then you've got sending sunshine on a cloudy day, sending sunshine and smiles. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are grey. way. I wish you could have heard the guy singing that with me. So that's that set. You've then got the sun-kissed wishes, which again is more beautiful sentiments. You've got things like just a wildflower in love with the sunshine. You've got sunshine wishes, wild like a flower, warm like the sun. Then you've got those gorgeous sunflower images there too. That fabulous frame, again, how gorgeous is that? Stamp it out. You've got the die to be able to cut it out with those beautiful sunflowers on as well. The sunflower splendor, which is that gorgeous frame, almost like a creator card, great for doing your paper piecing with as well. You've got your sunflower bouquet. If you love to do your layered stamping, that's going to be absolutely perfect for that. You've then also got your sumptuous sunflowers, which is that 3D embossing folder with stencils too, so a brilliant way to be able to create fast, quick projects which look the absolute business. Then, on top of all of that, you've got the most beautiful 12 by 12 paper pad. Take a look at the gorgeousness within here, and once again, we've absolutely hit it out of the ballpark as far as the imagery is concerned, you know, as far as the reverse side of your papers are concerned. I mean, absolutely beautiful. And isn't it amazing just to see like the front and back side by side? I love that we make it easy for everyone to layer it all up. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, almost sunflowers for all occasions. Beautiful colour palette in here, striking imagery, and still as you look through deeper into the artwork, you're going to see more florals running through in the background, beautiful fonts in there too. I mean, quite simply stunning. I know someone not too far away from here who's probably bought quite a few of these sunflower paper pads. You're going to get that in the 6x6. You're also going to get that, as I've shown you, in the 12x12 too. But then on top of that, we're going to give you your gorgeous luxury linen cardstock, 250 GSM, 24 sheets, double-sided. All the colours there correspond to the colours that run through the collection. That's absolutely gorgeous, and I love that linen textured effect that you're going to get with that too. That's included, 24 sheets. Then we're also going to give you flower forming foam. Again, 12 sheets of that gorgeous foam. Our foam is so brilliant to work with for creating all of those beautiful florals that you're going to get. You're going to get an unbelievable selection of vellum included too. 24 sheets there of vellum, and I think we're done. We are. I've done it all. What a buy that is though, for £75.99, $98.04, and as I said, without rubbing everyone's noses in it who bought it the other day, you didn't have double points on launch as far as I'm aware. You have got it today. If you can't stretch to the full collection on that one though, you can spend £40, $40 and save an extra 10% at checkout. So again, lots of ways to shop, lots of ways to buy, and I think hopefully I have filled enough time and we can get back cracking on again. Janet says, I can't wait to get my sunflower collection. It is my favourite flower. And Maricel Cueto says, I've been trying to learn You Are My Sunshine on my ukulele. Oh, yeah, I've got a ukulele at home as well. Maybe that's a nice little song to learn. Maybe we should all learn it together, and we'll get Jamie and George out singing, because they were singing along just a few moments ago. Or maybe not. Right, let's get back on with the craft along. So what's the next step?
The next step is, so we've just cut those panels out in the pinks and greens for the outside of the box. So we're going to cut the far out for the inside of the box. And my inside is those lovely bright oranges and yellows. And the reason I did that is because you open that box and you've got that pop of black and yellow, and you're absolutely not expecting it because you've got those pinks and greens on the outside. So that was my thought process with that bit. So I'm going to pick one of those and that one. It's just stunning. And you know that they're going to work together because they're in the same pad, so they're still going to look gorgeous.
Yeah.
So again, we're going to cut 4 panels, exactly the same size as the other 2. 4. Oh, numbers, it's too difficult. So again, so our black box size are 5 inches wide. We're going to go 1/4 inch down, which is 4 and 6/8, so 4 1/4, 3/4. Oh, numbers. Who invented numbers?
Who
There's just no
invented
need.
numbers? It was John Number back in 1423.
Yeah, so we are 6 2/8 of an inch high by 4 6/8 of an inch wide.
Okay.
So again, we're going to go 5 6/8. It's the I can't do, by 6 2. So 6 and, I should say a quarter, but I don't know how other people, which is more common to say, 6 1/4 or 6 2/8.
Well, I think if you're working with that particular, see, I'm forgetting my words now. With the guillotine, I think it's easier because isn't that in 1/8 increments?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I would do it because I count the notches along. You see.
Yeah, I do. So we've got 2 of those, and again, so we need 2 more of these. And again, we're going 6 2/8 of an inch high. Oh, I'm going to use that bit. By 4 6/8 of an inch wide. So then all in all, we should have 8 patterned panels that are all 6 2/8 of an inch high by 4 6/8 of an inch wide. So then we're going to bring these black panels in and we're going to just layer these on. But what I'm going to do first is to these, so my little tabs that I've got on the end, we're just going to give them a burnish. And then we're just going to score those ends. So we're just going to tab them in, if that's even a word. But so I'm just going to give them a notch. So just angling that corner off on both sides.
Yeah.
Just up to that score line.
Whenever's good for another little pause for you, Michelle, we will have a little break and give the opportunity for people who need to catch up or ask any questions.
Okay.
Because we are unbelievably well over a quarter of the way through.
We can do it, trust me.
No, we can. Says the guy not doing it.
So all we're going to do now is we're just going to mat and layer. So you just need to, I suppose it doesn't really matter, but our tab pointing up, it's going to go under. So if I just bring this in to show you, they're all just going to get glued under that. That's going to be the centre, and these are going to become our sides. So on one side, I'm going to have my pinks and greens. On the inside, I'm going to have my my yellowy, orangey ones. So we're just literally, all we're doing now is we are just going to mat and layer, obviously to the top, leaving our little tab at the bottom, and that's it. So we're just going to glue those in.
Well, I tell you what, a good chance now then, if we're just matting and layering, to take a little break. So we'll have a bit of an extended break here. So the opportunity for you to get any questions in now on the socials, and then I can come back and ask those to Michelle. And a good opportunity to check out your baskets too, if there's anything particularly that you want. So slightly extended break. We'll come back with the next part of the craft along. But if you've got any questions in the meantime, get those in now, and we will answer them when we return in about 3 minutes or so.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash.
Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey Tool from Crafter's Companion. An absolute essential part of any paper crafter's kit, its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Pokey Tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Pokey Tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set.
Quick Buy, get yours now.
Welcome back. 45 minutes nearly into the craft along. I tell you what we're going to do because we've had no more questions come through on the socials, which is good. But I know there's just a few questions coming in from the VIP boxes, as I like to call them. So I think Christine's got a few questions for you, Michelle. So let's bring Christine in and let's bring in Michelle. I'll disappear off the screen. I'll let you two have a bit of a chat. Christine, what do you need to know?
Hello.
Hi.
So, sorry, I ended up behind at the beginning because our screens were matched up to what you were doing. But I don't quite up, except you want 4 of each of the pattern paper?
Yes, so 4 for the outside, and you will need 4 for the inside as well.
And we're doing them onto the scored paper.
So your black sides, I mean, I've matte and layered mine now, so it's going onto here. This bit at the bottom is going to be your tab.
Okay, because I'm supposed to score on both sides, that's not how it's supposed to be.
No, so if I turn that way, you only want 1 score line, and it's just going to be there. So that's going to be your tab.
All right.
All good?
Okay with measurements and everything?
Yes. I got it all.
Okay.
Even though we scored on both sides?
So
It
by
won't matter.
both sides, do you sort of mean top and bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just want that 1 score at the bottom, because what's going to happen is you're going to bring in, this is going to be the base to your exploding box, and that tab's going to glue under the bottom. So you just need the 1 tab at the bottom. If you've scored at the top, it doesn't matter.
It won't matter.
Because your pattern paper's going to go over it, so it's not going to make a difference. You're not going to see it.
Okay, and is that the outside or the inside of the box?
So the pink for me is the outside, and I've got the green, orangey greens on the inside. But again, that's entirely up to you which side you want it on.
Yeah. And we just need a minute to glue them all on then, I guess.
Yeah?
I can give you a minute. I tell you what, whilst you're gluing, I can have a look in the bag. Have a
Yes.
look in the bag. What's in the bag? We'll let you guys glue and then we'll come back. Weekend Super Saver bag is a Father's Day inspired one, let's just say. It's called the Weekend Super Saver Fantastic Father's Day Extravaganza bag or something like that. Anyway, basically what you've got is £100 or $130 worth of crafty goodies, which we think potentially is a little bit more male skewed. But actually, when you see the contents of this particular bag, yes, you'll be using these, I think, for future Father's Day projects. Yes, you'll be using these for future male projects, but you'll also just be using these for all sorts of cards, because we're going to give you, this is amazing by the way, for £24, $32 and double points, you're going to get 10 sheets of your Centura Pearl Royal Blue. You're also going to receive 10 sheets of your Centura Pearl in the Christmas green, and you're going to receive 10 sheets of your Centura Pearl in the dark chocolate. Amazing. 30 sheets of Centura Pearl right off the bat. Then you're going to get the Foliage Flurry stamp and die collection. Really, really love that from the abstract dies, isn't it? And then you've got those stamps on the back saying things like thankful and thank you. You've then got two of the sets of stamps, which we had on really, really recently, actually, at full price. You've got your Into the Woods with all those beautiful wood textures. And then from that set, my favourite collection, the Game of Cards. Again, with some really lovely textured backgrounds. You've got the Jack, the Queen, the Jack, the Queen and the King, and then you've got your different suits in there too. Then a lot of stamps and dies that go down the sort of winter theme too. So as I say, not just for masculine cards, you've got that beautiful set of deer stamps there. You've got your deer silhouette collection as well in the dies. Perfect again if you like to make your own backgrounds. Maybe you were watching Michelle earlier on Colour Me Happy and you're thinking about using those there. Creator card dies. That one's the Winter Stags. That one again is included. Can you see how the value for money of this bag is racking up? You've got the Foliage dies in there as well. The Autumn Leaves. Perfect to create beautiful bouquets with all of the flower forming foam that perhaps you love to use. You know, again, for you, the sunflower collection, which we'll see later on, that's a nice little added element. Then we've got your shaped word die in the thanks. So perfect again for creating big toppers for cards, but that will also cut you out thanks in the shape of a card. And then three more items to bring to you as well in the little mini Gemini expressions. You've got Father's Day, you've got Dead, and you've also got Father. That's an unbelievable bag. I think possibly one of the biggest goodie bags that we've done at a low price. Think about this as well. You're making that saving of £72, $93. Platinum, you're down to this, but still you're going to get double points, so £24, $32, but you'll still pick up 48 points or 64 points today because you're receiving double points for Father's Day. And like I said, if you are just putting one item in your basket, you're missing a trick. Put something else into your basket which is inexpensive to get that extra 5% off the main item that you popped into your basket because we're giving you those discount codes across the course of the day today. Right, final quick check on the old tablet. I think I've gassed on enough and hopefully we are getting up to speed. Let's have a little look. Lorraine says, good morning all, have a great day / afternoon. And Mary Rena says, that is such a great super saver bag. It's a super saver bag, isn't it, really? Make sure you jump in and grab it. It will not be here tomorrow. Right, we're going to have to crack on here, aren't we? Because we've got lots to do.
We are.
It's back over to you.
Right,
we might need that 4 hours.
So I have put all my papers on. So these are my greens and yellows, which will be the inside of my box. And I've got those pinks and greens that are going to be the outside of my box. So what we're going to do is, we're going to bring in these 2 squares of card, and I want the 5x5 one, so the one that's the biggest. So this is going to be the base of our box. And then each one of these, so depending on what colour you're wanting on the outside, I want this green. So I'm going to flip it over, and with the orange on the inside, so the orange facing up, I'm going to put glue here and I'm going to sit it underneath that square. So I'm going to glue my square on top of that tab.
So as long as you're gluing, it doesn't matter which side is facing in or out. It's just personal choice there, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's just depending on what colour you're wanting on the outside. So I'm just going to bring my square piece of card, I'm going to sit it over there and just going to bring that up. And then I'm just going to push this square to the edge. So I know that I'm going to get that nice and buttered up to to the side of my box, and then we're just going to give it a nice bit of a burnish. Make sure that you're not moving it when you're doing it. Make sure that it's staying where you want, because you've got that wiggle room. You're just going to double check that it's exactly where you want it to be, nice and buttered up. So I'm just going to flip over because I've got green there, so I know that I want my other green one to go on that side. So I'm going to bring this in, and again, so my green's going to go to the outside. So I'm going to lay it down like that with my inside colour facing up, and again, we're going to glue onto there, and then we're going to place this on top. So just careful, and again, I'm just lifting this up because I'm making sure that this is buttered right up to it. You don't want it overlapping because then this side's not going to come up. It needs to be just nice and perfect. So again, give that a nice burnish, and we're just going to wait that second, obviously, for it to grab and stay. And then we're just going to turn it round. We're going to do exactly the same. So we're going to bring these two pieces in. I know my pink I want on the outside, so I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to glue on there, and I'm going to tuck it underneath. And that's the reason that I've cut those notches. So when they're all glued underneath, the notches aren't going to overlap, and you're not going to get that bulk. They're going to sit next to each other rather than overlapping underneath. But when I've glued it down, and it's nice and dry, I'll flip it over and show you what I mean. So that's going to slide underneath, and we're just going to hold it down. And again, we're making sure that it's nice and right up to the side. And if it's easier for you to bring your scar tool in, or your embossing thingamabob. So there we go, so give that a second. So I've just got a little bit of seepage, but that's okay. You can rub it off, once it's dry it rubs off. So if I flip this over now, do you see what I mean? I don't know if you can see. So where I've cut those notches into the corner, these are all sitting next to each other.
Yeah.
If I'd not cut those notches, I'd have lots of bulk in these corners.
Yeah.
I don't know, can you lift that a little? You can see it. Yeah, so you've got the corners going in rather than all the way to the edges. And it just, again, it stops that bulk, and it just makes it a nice, a better fit.
Better fit, yeah.
Yeah. So again,
Yeah.
I'm wanting my pink on the outside, so I'm going to flip it over so my pattern that I want on the inside is facing up, and we're going to glue that tab. And again, it's going to go underneath, so I'm just going to lift that up, put it on top, and just give it a nice burnish. And again, if it feels easy for you to bring that in and give it a good squishing, then do it.
Give it a good squish.
A good squishing. So where you should be at now is you should have your four sides all coming up lovely to create your box. So that is, so you've got a big X marks the spot, or a plus sign. Not that it even matters if it's a plus sign or an X, but this is what you've got. It's what you've got for now. So we're just going to put that to the side, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to bring in my lid piece. So this is the piece we're going to decorate next. So we've got those score lines at each side at 1.5 inches. So I'm just going to give mine a burnish, and then we're going to cut those little notches. So again, this isn't necessarily a tricky design, it's just lots of steps.
Yeah.
More than anything. So I'm going to cut my notches, and then we will cut the paper and card for this.
This novice over here is watching thinking, yeah, I could do this. I could do this.
You absolutely could do this.
How dare you, Jamie? he's just gone, you'd still be picking the paper out, mate. You'd still be picking the paper out. That's what he just said. I know. I think if I had joined in, we would be even further behind than we are. So it's probably a good job. I'm going to come back and try this at a later date, I think. Boxes and shaped cards. That's what I need to work on. Yes, the hashtag clunky crafter could do this. You're right, George. You're right.
So again, for my lid, I'm just going to pick a different colour. And again, it's entirely up to you whether you want to do that or not. I mean, you know, I have said in the past, I'm very much more is more. And I think putting lots of different patterns together is definitely a more is more kind of thing to do.
Yeah.
So I've got my, my plain card. This is the Country Lane Luxury Linen card. So for my lid, we are going to mat and layer this up. So again, I'm going to pick a colour that I want for the lid, and I think I'm going to go with that one. So again, so bringing in our guillotine, we're going to cut the mats and layers for our lid. So for the top piece, so if you remember, our box lid is 5 1/8 by 5 1/8. So we're going to go down 2/8 of an inch. So we're going to go down to 4 7/8. By 4 7/8. I'm going to leave that there. So we're going to cut the side pieces now. So each side is 5 1/8. So we are going to go down to 4 7/8. I'm just checking with myself. So we've got 4 7/8 still, and then the 1.5 deep. So we're going to go down those 2/8 of an inch again to 1 2/8. And that isn't necessarily marked on here, but what I always find, so the grid, where that grid ends there, is normally where I think that is roughly 1 2/8 of an inch. Oh, it's not. That's 6/8 of an inch, isn't it? I want 1 2. So that's there, isn't it? Numbers, measurements. It's surprising I'm a crafter sometimes. So 1 2/8 deep we are doing this.
1 1/4.
Yeah, 1 1/4.
Yeah. I'm like you though, honestly, when I use the guillotine, I'm so slow at lining things up or getting things straight in my head as to where I'm cutting it. But if we get there eventually, that's the main thing.
I think it's, I'm still definitely learning to talk and craft at the same time.
Yeah.
Because when you're doing it at home, you're not having to, you know, say it all out loud.
Don't you?
It depends. If I'm alone, yes.
Well, you know what I'm like. Whenever I've done any crafting at all or crafted along, I literally don't say a word because I cannot do it.
Right, so we've got our 4 side pieces, and thank you. And we've
Do we just want to repeat the measurements again?
So for the lid piece, it's 4 7/8 by 4 7/8.
Yeah.
These side pieces are 4 7/8 long by 1 2/8 wide.
All good.
Yeah,
We've got thumbs up from the VIP boxes.
fabulous. So again, we're going to go down 2/8 of an inch from this. So we are 4 5/8 by 4 5/8. And then we're just going to bring this in and make sure we're happy with that mat and layer, which we are. So we're going to mat and layer these. So we've got the same height because we've cut that piece, but it is 4. Let me just double check. Yeah. I just want to double check before I say it. Yeah, so we are 4 5/8. wide, and they are, so these are 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So we're going to go down to 1 inch. You're going to
1,
need 4
yeah.
pieces at just 1 inch.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to bring that in. I'm going to sit it on top. Check that I'm happy with that, because then if that one is wrong, I've only wasted 1 strip. If
Yeah.
you know, if not, then I can carry on and do the rest. 2. And then the last one. Right, so pop that to the side. So we've got all these mats and layers now. They all fit lovely. So we're going to just glue these together.
All right. Just whilst we're watching you gluing, good chance for any more repeats or any questions or any more measurements you want repeated. Do feel free to stick your hand up. Eileen Hernandez enjoying the show, saying, I love to make boxes. Samantha Cheney says, happy Father's Day to all the dads there at Crafters TV. Thank you. And yeah, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there as well. Pam Patton says, this is a nice craft along. I'm watching and writing down all my measurements and instructions. Then I can try at a later date. I might even try this later on today. Thanks, Michelle, says Pam.
Oh, you're welcome.
And Linda Ryan, hello Linda, says, happy Father's Day, Ben. Thank you. And all the fathers in the CC team. I think I'm the only dad today, aren't I?
Yeah,
The only
you
dad.
are.
The old man here today. I think Pops, George. How old are you, George? George is 31. What are you, Jamie? 34, 31. Yeah, I'm the old man today. Well, I'm the old man every day, actually.
Well,
Yeah.
not by much. You're only 36.
Thank you, Michelle. No, you're not. Are you Tracy? Oh,
What
I
did
thought Tracy just told me her age. I thought she was in her 40s, like early 40s, like me. I mean, late 30s. I don't feel 43, honestly. I still feel
No.
like I'm about mid-20s. We're all babies, says Christine.
I like that.
Yeah. Honestly, I might be. I'm 43 in looks, but I feel about 25 in. Well, say mental capacity, probably more like 12.
I would agree.
And I will take that as the compliment as it was meant.
So those are our
Yeah.
pieces. I don't want to glue this piece on yet because our top dome is going to go over and under. So we're just going to pop that to the side. But I am going to put these side pieces on. So we'll get these glued on now.
Okay.
Christine's saying we're all babies.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to ask Christine's age, but if
I
she's...
thought Christine was about the same as us, to be honest.
Yeah, I was just going to
And
say, if I look half as good as that at whatever age Christine is, then I will be a happy chappy.
You desperately wanted to say how old she is now. That's what that comment means.
Well, if she's anything like me, she'll say 29.
Yeah.
But no, I was absolutely the same. I just assumed she was 35 like us.
We're all 35, aren't we?
Yeah.
Although, as we were talking earlier on, with my various sort of sporting injuries and aches and pains, there's some mornings I wake up, I feel like I'm 73, not 43. I don't know if anyone else says that. When you wake up in the morning, you're sort of assessing yourself before you like roll out of bed to think, what part of me is going to hurt the most today? I said to my mum about that when I went home last weekend. I said, oh, this hurts, that hurts, the other hurts. She goes, well, you're the wrong side of 40 now. Everything starts to hurt when you get the wrong side of 40. I was like, thanks, Mum. Thanks.
Right, so we're going to get another piece of card. I'm going to get the same piece that matches with these. Again, you don't have to, entirely up to you, because we're going to cut the piece for the domed top. I'm just going to pop our lid to the side and I'm going to bring this in. So for the dome top, we are going to cut a piece that is 7 by 5. I'm going to go to the top. And then we're going to cut a piece of acetate as well. I've stuck a little piece of low tack tape on so I could find it. Right, so our piece of acetate is going to be just under 6 by just under 5. So you just need that slither. It doesn't matter either way. So I'm going to cut mine just a slither short of 5 and a slither short of 6. So I'm going to pop that over there, and then we're just going to bring our scoreboard in, and just this piece of card here, so on your long side we're just going to score 1/2 inch at each side on this one. So 1/2 inch and then 1/2 inch. I'm going to pop that there, that piece of acetate, so I don't lose it. And then this is where we're going to bring in whatever dye it is that you're going to use on your lid. And I've got this one. And I've got no packages here, so I'm not quite sure on the name.
I'll find it. Hang on one moment, please, caller. Share this again.
It's got almost like thistles on it. Are they thistles? I don't know what they are. They're like dandelions.
Oh, that's the, it is the Floral Delight.
So this piece of card that I've got here is 7 inches long and it's 5 inches wide. So we've got 7 by 5.
Okay.
And I've scored a 1/2 inch tab there and a 1/2 inch tab there. Because what we're going to do is we're going to cut our aperture in the middle, and these 2 1/2 inches are going to glue underneath, and that is how we're going to get our dome. So we're going to pop that there. So yeah, so 7 by 5, 7 by 5, and then a 1/2 inch at each side. And then we're going to get this one and we're going to place it in the middle. So where's my tape? So again, using your tape, trying to stick it to the inside, which is going to be the waist, rather than the outside.
Great dyes these, aren't they? In the fact that you can change the aperture.
Yes, I love these. I absolutely do. I mean, the thing is, I'm putting those together now, but you could absolutely, if, you know, just with a couple of pencil lines, you could really elongate this. Which one is this? Sorry, Ben.
That's the Floral Delights.
Floral Delights.
I think, literally just Floral Delight, yeah.
So yeah, so you could have that a lot wider, and then all you would do is you would come in with either your scissors or your craft knife.
Yeah.
And just, you know, cut that bit out.
And of course, if you wanted the floral twice over, you've got the ability to do that as well.
Yes, that's it. So you can have the floral at both sides. Obviously, you're just going to run it through twice.
Yeah.
Or the geometric-y pattern at the other side twice.
And like you said, which I forgot to mention earlier, of course, then you can just extend it to create a bigger aperture.
Yes.
Which is another great quality from this set. Love it. By the way, details on your screen for the set. I'll show you the boards again in just a bit. If you can't stretch to that full price, you can buy them individually, or go any 2 for £18 or $23. So lots of options to buy today. And if you are thinking about picking up anything, the Second Chance Sunday has come on Second Chance Sunday has come on a brilliant day. It always comes on a Sunday, but what are you talking about? What I mean is, Second Chance Sunday today is brilliant because it's double points. So if you've not picked up something in the week, and you think, oh, I'll wait till Second Chance Sunday, you've done a great thing there, because double points on everything that we are about to show you a little bit later on, including that sunflower collection. And of course on this, which we launched on Friday, it wasn't double points on Friday, it is today. So do take advantage of this deal. Not this collection, we didn't launch this on Friday, a collection which we're going to show you later on. Dear oh dear, engage brain Ben, can you say it? I'm going home.
It's almost like whatever it is I've got is contagious.
yeah. I think you and I sort of rub each other up the wrong way, don't we? Or are you always like this?
No, you definitely bring it out in me, Ben.
Yeah, blame me.
So we're just going to snip where those two bits haven't quite met and just pop them out, and there you go, you've got that lovely aperture. Let's just get rid of all these bits. Right, so the reason that I said, where is it there? Your acetate is just going to be a slither shorter is because it's just going to fit there. So I don't want it going over my tabs. It's just going to fit there nicely. And it's a slither at each side smaller and at the bottom and top smaller. So it just fits perfectly that way. That is the only reason. So I'm going to bring in my red liner tape. Again, it's acetate, so you can use the tacky glue. Obviously, it takes a lot longer to dry on the acetate. Or you can use your finger lift tape, your tape pen. But I find this a lot better.
We've also got red liner tape on the shop the day page as well, where you can get it's 3, 6 and 12 the sizes it comes in, isn't it?
Yeah.
So 3, 6 and 12, you buy 2 of each within the bundle and you get 1 of each for free. So 2 lots of the 3, 2 of the 6, 2 of the 12 will give you 1 extra roll of each of the 3 different sizes for free within that bundle. It's on the shop the day page, as I say, and worth, if you are shopping today, adding those extra items into your basket to get those extra discount codes today. I have not heard Jamie's song for the red liner tape. They're just, I really wish you could hear this now. I feel like putting my earpiece up to my microphone so you can hear it. If you guys shout me, they've just gone, you thought foam on a roll was bad. They've just gone, red liner. What's the next bit? Sticks to my car.
Oh, that's terrible.
Dear. Yeah. Stop making songs up about crafty stuff, guys, for goodness sake. Who would do that? I like it, Jamie. It's great. I'm nicking it.
So I've got the red liner tape all round my acetate. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to bring my dotty in. I'm going to go around those because I want it to stick nice and flush to the acetate. So I'm going to use the dotty. Oh, am I out of? Oh, I thought I was out of it then. So the acetate is 5 7/8 by 4 7/8. So just carefully going around this. I don't want to rip any of that lovely detailing.
How are you doing for time, do you reckon, Michelle? Are we good? Still good? Is it going to be touch and go?
Yes, we can do it. We can do we can do it.
Come on. In the words of Arnie, hey, you can do it. Come on. Come on, Michelle.
Right, so we're gonna stick this down into place. So the way I tend to do it is I'm just gonna take one side off. I mean, we all do it. Some people make those little donkey legs at each side. Again, this is a whichever works for you type of scenario.
Yeah.
So the side that I haven't taken the glue off of, I'm going to sit it on and I'm going to line it up perfectly. And then when I put the other side down that is got the glue, I know I've got it exactly where I want it to be. And then all I'm going to do is lift each corner up and peel that away, and then it's just going to sit down perfectly.
Kathy's just messaged saying, I still feel like a teenager in my brain. Sadly, my joints disagree. Yeah. That's what we were talking about. And Linda Ryan, I'm not sure what this is for, but thank you. Ben, you're the best. Thank you.
I'm not sure what it's for, but I'll take it.
I'll take it, yeah. Not sure what I've done or what I've said, but yeah, I like comments like that. And by the way, talking about joints aching, a few of you asking again earlier on about the contraption on Michelle's arm. That's for your old crafter's elbow, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
So don't worry too much. I think a few people are a bit worried that you've hurt yourself, but
Yeah, no, this is just the most magic thing. It's just a bracelet. It's just called crafter's elbow. It's not. It's called a tennis elbow bracelet. It should be called a crafter's elbow bracelet. It puts the pressure there where there's that torn ligament and means I can do all this. It's like magic. It's like the best thing I've ever had.
just takes the pain away.
It really does.
I might buy a few of those and just wear them all over my body.
I know, that's what I was thinking. Knees, ankles. Right, so we're going to bring this piece in earlier that we made for our lid. So that fits in there beautifully. But what we're going to do is we're going to put this on first. So my dome is quite high because I just love a big dome. You know, if you just make your piece shorter, so that piece there is 6 inches. If you want a shorter dome, you would just reduce that to maybe 5.5 and then your tabs. It's about just having a play with what you like. So what we're going to do is, again, so you can use your red liner tape on this or glue, entirely up to you. I'm going to put some red liner tape on here. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my fatter piece in because that's going to fit perfectly. But again, you don't have to use this. If you've only got your 3mm, just put a couple of strips along. If you've got your 6mm, that's perfect. But then again, you've got this one as well. So you can either put it on that tab, or because I'm using the really thick one and I don't want to go over the edge, I'm just going to put it on the back. So whichever way you're going to do it, it really doesn't matter. Again, it's just about what you find easier to do. There we go. So I'm going to take that one off. Make sure that I've got the design the right way up. And I'm just going to sit it there. In fact, what I'm going to do before I glue mine down, and you don't have to, I'm just going to snip a tiny little bit away from those corners. So when it's on there, those corners aren't poking out. So again, making sure that I've got my design the right way up. Are you giggling?
Sorry, Susan Rushton's just sent a message in. You know, you said you love big domes. She's just gone, I love big domes and I cannot lie.
I sung that in my head to myself.
She said,
oh my God.
Maybe I should leave the parodies to Ben. Susan, I think you should write that. That's great. I like big domes and I cannot lie. Oh dear. We're going to have a little break in a minute, I'm just being told, in case you do need time to catch up. So,
shall I finish my lid first? Shall we, all I'm doing now
you finish
is I'm just going to glue that down.
Finish your dome.
And then, so I'm going to say, so we'll glue that on and then we will just fix our lid together. Just
okay.
That's all we'll do. So I suppose we can do that while you're doing
what
your
I
thing.
do.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do that then. So if you have got any questions, any repeats that you want, then now is a good time to ask. To our VIPs, of course, Christine and Ro, get those questions in, or any of you who are crafting along, feel free to ask. I'll just quickly show you the full collection again then, shall I? Just to show you everything that you're going to get. And like we said, you know what, not only have you got some beautiful aperture dies here, but the fact is you can create 3 different apertures per set, because you can use the 2 together or use that one twice and that one twice to create 3 completely different apertures. You'll get the extra dies as well to embellish or use as your centerpieces. The ones that I'm showing you, by the way, the Nouveau Roses, the Floral Delight, this is the one that you've just seen Michelle using a few moments ago, and this one as well you'll see, which is the the opulent dragonflies. Got dancing dragonflies on the brain. But the brilliant thing is, as Michelle pointed out, you can obviously extend the size of the apertures just by moving the die cuts apart, which is brilliant. So those 3 you're going to receive, plus you're going to get your butterfly hearts. You'll also get this gorgeous spring blooms. Wasn't meant to come in today. The Floral Arch. Brain is in Father's Day mode. You can get all of these for $38.39 today. $49.56 is your US price if you're shopping in the US. Oh, Ben. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. And you're going to get double points today too, just for Father's Day. Don't forget discounts for you as well if you put more than 2 items into your basket. Also, just showing you some other deals that we've got on the show, the Fancy Sentiment Stamp and Die Collection. These are really cute, really lovely set here with 15 elements in total. You've got the stamp and the die within each of these. So, you know, once again, if you just want to use the stamp on its own, you can do, but then you've got the die, which is going to cut you out your base layer for your particular sentiment to really make it pop. And you've got, you know, some really lovely, 5 really lovely sentiments in there. So you've got Happy Birthday, you've got the Just to Say, Best Wishes, Special Friend, and then Thanks very much. 20% saving on these. Platinum price is just £22.37 or $28.64. Once again, double points on that collection. Today only celebrating Father's Day. And then if it's card that you're after, then this is a lovely set to go for. The first time that we've actually done our glitter card in 12 by 12 in these sets, and you've got it in glittering gold, regal rose gold and sparkling silver, and it's mixed for the fact that you've got 1/2 of your 24 sheets. You've got that really lovely pearlescent finish to your card. So you've got 24 sheets, 12 of that double-sided, and then you've got your single-sided glitter card. And the great thing, as we always say about our glitter card, is not only is this brilliant to work with, so, you know, fine to do your die cutting with this, fine to do your construction with, because it's got that weight, 250 GSM, however, it's not going to rub off. The glitter's encapsulated within the cardstock, so you still get all the effect that you'd want from your glitter card without all of the you know, glitter flaking away. And I know there are a lot of people, one lady who I used to work with at the other place, who just could not stand the feel of glitter, so couldn't work with it. So this cardstock, if that's you as well, is a bit of a godsend really. You've then got your silver, your sparkling silver, I should call it. And again, look at that really beautiful glitter card. 24 sheets in total you're going to get there. And then you're also going to receive, I think, everybody's favourite within this collection, because it's still hugely popular, rose gold. You've also got that sort of terracotta colour in the background of this. It always reminds me of plant pots, that particular colour, but a lovely, lovely sheen to it. Then you've also got the glitter cardstock in there as well. And once again, all encapsulated, but look, if I catch the light with that, look at that sparkle you're going to receive. Really lovely. 12 sheets there. 12 sheets of the block colour double-sided gives you 24 sheets. 25% saving on all of those. 72 sheets you're going to get in total for just £35.60 or $41.20 if you're shopping in the US. Double points on all of that too, as I said, for today only for Father's Day. Let me just quickly check the old tablet just to make sure there's no more questions come through and they were all up to speed. We're all good. Janet Boyd just says, I'm learning so much today. Thank you, Michelle. Well, that is good to know. And like we said, if you want to do this craft along later down the line, it will be there for you on Facebook. Best thing to do, though, as I always say, is to tune in, sign up to our YouTube page. Of course, free to do. You can be notified when we go live. You can check back on previous shows, and on a day like today, when potentially you're jumping in and buying this collection, buy the collection today. When it arrives, you can go back to this craft along and make your first project with it. Right, we have 35 minutes to go. Will Michelle be able to finish the craft along in time? There's only one way to find out.
We will. We've got this, honest. We really have. So this is our lid for now. So it's got that lovely dome on the top. And if you bring your box in.
Okay.
So this is the bit, you know, me and box lids. Mm. They're not really the best of friends,
You'll be fine.
So
I thought you said this is Alid, but you said it's our lid. Alid the lid.
There we
go. Is it on? Boom!
So you can see it does fit perfectly. Now, if you want to mat and layer onto these and you want that little bit of depth, that extra 1/8 of an inch is what gives you the ability to be able to do that. So we're just going to pop that to the side for now because we're going to make the elements for the inside. And again, very simple, I promise. So you want your black card again. So what we're going to do, let me just grab this. Right, pop out. So you're going to need 2 pieces of card,
Okay.
and they are both going to be 10 inches long. So let me pop that down and bring this out. So we're going to cut this down to 10. And it is going to be 4.5 inches wide. So I do need another one of those. So you need another one at 10 by 4.5. And then we'll just pop that there for a second because we're going to bring our scoreboard in. So you are going to score, let me just check that that is 10 inches, yeah. So you're going to score one of these just in half. So you're going to score it at 5 inches and it's going to fold just like a normal card. So there you go. So this one, you're going to score at 2.5, 5 and 7.5. So 2.5, then 5 inches and 7.5.
Okay.
So this one is literally, I can, yeah. So on your long side, you're at 2.5, 5 and 7.5. So you just, this is going to fold in half and then these are going to fold back on itself. So you're going to make an M shape. So you have got that shape with that one and you've got that shape with that one.
Okay.
So if I just grab those together, you can see that that's what I've made. So it's going to open and close. So in my box, they're that way. And this is where we're going to put the aperture. So let me move my scoreboard. So the one that we've got scored into 4, I'm just going to flatten it out and you're going to bring in, so what is this one called again? Sorry, the roses one. The sort of Art Deco one.
That is the Nouveau Roses.
That's it, thank you. So, yeah, shall I go back over? So I've got 2 pieces of card. They're both 10 inches wide and they're both 4.5 inches deep. One is just scored in half like a normal card, so it's just scored at 5 inches. Then the other one is scored, so I've got those 4 sections, so we're scored at 2.5, 5 and 7.5. And then when you fold it, so you've got your mountain and valleys, that one is like an M and that one is just in half. Because then once we've glued them together, that is what creates that wonderful pop out. So I'm just gonna, so the one that we've got scored in 4 sections are in 3 places, so the M piece one. Just gonna flatten out and we're gonna get this Art Nouveau one, or whichever one you've decided on, and we're just gonna line it up to that middle score line, and we're just gonna stick it down and cut it out. So, and again, I'm going to try and stick it onto the bit that's going to be the waist so as not to rip my card. There we go. So that's right in the middle. So I've got those 2 pieces that come up. So you can see that that's stuck right in the middle.
Okay.
And the good thing is, we're going to do another one of these, so I'll be going over the measurements again. So if you're anything like me, you know, you need to be told 20 or 30 times before it sinks. 1 or 2 times it sinks in. But you see, that's the way I learn. I was pants learning the normal way at school, but I always learn so much better by watching someone else do it.
And repetition.
Yes.
I was exactly the same.
Yeah.
And keep doing it and doing it and doing it, and eventually on about the 253rd attempt it sticks in, doesn't it? Eventually stays.
Yeah, that's definitely me. So So just popping these up. And just take those off, and then you've got that lovely aperture again.
Perfect.
So just my little snips just to connect those two pieces together. I'll cut those two pieces out. There we go. And then the bottom one.
Are our crafters doing okay? Ro and Christine, all good still with them? What? Should we just bring them in just to quickly say hello? I feel like I've not spoken to them. Oh, Christine's got a question as well, which is good. Oh, hello. Hi. Hi. Oh, we're gonna have a quick little chin wag. Here's. Oh, hello. Whoa. Oh, hey. What? Oh, hey. Whoa. Hey. How's it going, Christine? All good with you? You got a question for Michelle?
No, I'm good. A little nauseous about it, and I don't know why.
You what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We will leave you for a second then. Hopefully it's not me. It's making you feel like that.
I was going to say I've had worse effects on people.
Where are we going now? Oh, we're just going to watch. We're going to watch
back
Michelle
to me.
for a second.
Right, so I just re-burnished those scar lines. You can see that that's going to sit in there like that. So now we just need a little bit of pattern paper. So we're going to pop that to the side, and we're going to bring in our guillotine again, and that lovely bright pattern paper that I'm having on the inside, we're going to go with this. So we are going to cut these at 4 2/8 by 4 6/8.
Okay.
I'm double checking all my measurements next to me.
Yes.
I'm really big, so I can just glance at them. So 4 2/8 by 4 6/8. 4 2/8.
Lots of love coming through. Norma just saying, love this cardstock. Nice box, says Norma. BJ Clark says, beautiful box, Michelle. Very pretty outer box. Love the dome feature on the top, says Mary. Beautiful box, says Mo. Rhonda says, I think I might take this one step further and add pages to the middle. Is that doable?
Yes. See, now that is the way that I would have gone. I would have loved to have made this an 8 by 8 and made it a pop-out scrapbook. But, you know, 2 hours just wasn't enough. But maybe a series of particular shows, you know, where you come back and do so much of a scrapbook or album would be a good idea. So that piece is going to sit on there. So when you're looking in your box, you open it up, you've got those in the middle. So that is that piece for now. And then I need 4 smaller pieces. So they're going to be the same height, which is the 4 2/8. And we're going to cut 4 pieces at 2 2/8. So these are going to sit here. We're going to have 2 sat there. We're going to have 2 sat underneath there, so you need 4. So again, they are 4 2/8 by 2 2/8. And then let me get some more paper. So 4 2/8 by 2 2/8. So let's just move the guillotine. And so that panel and that panel are going to get glued down to that edge and that edge. But before we do, we're going to put 2 of these smaller pieces that we've cut in here. So they're going to sit nicely just there. And it's up to you if you want to have those closer or a little bit wider, it's entirely up to you. Right, so just going to glue these down.
Okay.
It's almost like making a separate card and just putting it inside your box. Right. Okay, so shall I go over this again?
Well, I think
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
going to get. Do you want to go over it, or are we going to speak? We're going to speak to Ro, or okay, right. We're going to bring Ro in for a quick chat because I think again potentially the guys have got a few questions. So let's see. So Ro, where are you with the craft along currently? Are you sort of here or a little bit further behind? Have you got any questions you want to ask?
I've got the box done, and I'm on the section with the mountain and layers.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know, do I cut into the mountain part?
Yes, so the piece that you've got that's cutting, so we've got the four sections, so the M-shaped piece, cut right in the middle. So you've scarred
Okay.
it, where you've scarred it at 2.5 and 5, on that 5-inch score line is where you're going to sit your aperture. So
Okay.
your 2 outside pieces will be untouched, return that way, and your aperture is in that middle bit. So if I hold it like that, it's on those, that just right in the middle. Is that okay?
Is that,
Oh, hang on a minute, it's all going on now. So I think Ro's oh, hang on, Ro's back. Is that all good, Ro?
that's great. Now, where do those mats and layers that you just cut in the color paper go?
Right, so you've got 2. So the piece that's just folded in half, you're going to put 2 in the middle there. Because when we put this piece on, and you're going to have that lovely
Perfect.
paper coming through.
Can you
And then
ask what those measurements are of those pattern paper?
I think they're and those are 2.5 inches.
2 and 2/8.
Right.
2 and 2/8 by
Okay, so 2 1/4.
4 and 2/8. Yes, so 2 1/4 by 4 1/4.
Perfect. Thank you. I
Excellent.
think I'm good.
Excellent stuff.
Fabulous.
And Christine's good as well now, I believe. I think. All good? Getting thumbs up. Excellent news. Right, back over to Michelle.
Fabulous. Oh, so we've got 20 minutes left. So these are the 2 pieces that I have cut out are going to go here. So if you hold these like this, you've got those 2 there and you've got the 2 here. If that makes sense. The 2 here, yeah. So we've got 2 there and 2 there. And then, so we're just going to glue these down. And again, so I have 2 of these in my box. You can have 4 in your box. You can just have 1 and have your other sides decorated entirely different. And again, the ability to turn these exploding boxes into any kind of album or scrapbook. I love doing that with exploding boxes.
Linda says she's definitely going to try this. She says, when I'm having a good day, I'm going to give this a try. I love it, Michelle. And Susan Rushton says, what a wonderful idea, Michelle. A craft-along series. I would love that.
Yeah. So something that we would love to show you. I'm pretty sure that all of us has got something that we would love to show you, but the 2 hours just isn't enough. So like doing a series. So say, for instance, any kind of album, because we've got all the bits and bobs for that, haven't we?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
creating pages, a couple of pages over each episode.
Oh, okay.
Not episode, each
Episodes, yeah, episodes.
show, yeah.
Wow, like a mammoth craft-along.
So you could complete a couple of scrapbooking pages with us or album pages with us. And then, you know, after like 4, 6, 8, however many shows, you can complete the album together.
We did something similar on Wake Up Call, I think, didn't we? Back end of last year, or it might have been this year. I think Craig did like sort of mini projects over the course of about 4 or 5 days or 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah, definitely. And then that piece that we cut out is going to go on there. So I have got, so depending on which side you were going to be putting this on, you know, but we're going to pop it on that side. Just going to glue it down. And the reason that I haven't used any coloured card to mat and layer these with is because I think the black really just works on its own to make it pop. I don't think you need an extra mat of coloured card under there as well. So let's bring in our box. Let me just take the lid away. And so it's going to sit here. And it has that lovely border around it. And then you can see that the pattern paper sits up and it opens up like that. So we're going to glue this piece.
And then you're creating that again for the other side, aren't you?
Yes.
And have we got something else on the other tabs, or is that?
So the other two
yeah.
are just some little pockets.
Okay.
So they're quite quick to do. So we're just going to pop this one there, and you're going to do exactly the same as this for that side, if that's what you're wanting to do. So just giving that a nice burnish. And then all I did, so you've got those little extra pieces in with the florals. So I just cut some of those out and decorated with them. But again, so what you could do with this piece is where I've glued it all down, you could just glue the outsides and then you've got a pocket there. Mm-hmm. So straight away you're going into that sort of memory album type making. So that is that side. You're going to do this the same for the other side, and then these two sides are just pockets. So we're going to bring this in. I'm going to go over that one again for the measurements wise.
What you've just done?
So we'll go over this one again.
Yeah, okay.
So you've got the measurements again. So we're going to pull this out. You're going to need 2 pieces of card that are 10 inches wide by 4 2/8. So 10 inches by 4 2/8.
And the good thing is, again, like if we don't quite manage to finish it, you'll have all of the measurements in, won't we, by the end of it?
Well, that's it.
So that if you are a little bit behind, or maybe you started a little bit late, you know, you can finish after the show, and then of course you can send us the pictures, pop them on our Facebook pages or to the I'm a Crafter's Companion page, or send them into the studio as well, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk, and we'll try and show those a little bit later on Second Chance Sunday. Whatever happens, we'll see how Rose got on towards the end of the show, see where she's up to. Christine's sadly not feeling brilliant, so she's had to leave the show. Oh. So we wish her the best, but I'm sure she'll come back and finish off her project, and what she has, no doubt she will send that in to us.
Good. So we've got our 2 pieces that are 10 inches wide, long. I've scored this one, so this is the one we're just scoring in half at 5 inches. And then this is going to get scored into quarters. So we've got 2.5 inches, and then the 5, and then the 7.5. And again, so this is the one that folds into that M shape to go in the middle of that one. So let's pop them there, and we will so again, so this middle piece is where we're going to put that die on. If I can find it in this mess, let's just tap my bits out. There we go. And again, just lining it up just in the middle on that middle score line. And again, trying to put my tape on what is going to be my waist. And then we'll just pop that through.
Okay. Beautiful papers, says Fiona. Again, don't forget, if you haven't taken part in the craft along today, but you want to grab these goodies, we'll recap on them all before the end of the show. Got about 15 minutes left, so yeah, we'll get as... I think you'll probably do it, won't you?
I think we will.
Two final bits to do?
Sorry?
2 final bits left to do?
There's a couple of final bits left to do, but I think what we won't get to is quite minimal and can be just done with no instruction. But I will instruct you what to do with the no instruction bit. So there we go. So again, we've got that lovely aperture in the middle. We're just gonna snip those out. There we go. And then just pop those last bits out. Oh, when you're wanting to rush, these bits take forever to come out, don't they? Although I am enjoying it, so I'm not too bothered.
Well, that's it. It's quite therapeutic, isn't it?
Yeah.
You and I are the same in that regard, I think. Enjoy popping the little bits out.
Yeah.
We're strange creatures.
I don't know, I just really enjoy doing it. The satisfaction.
What annoys me, though, is when you think you've got every single piece out and you go to stick it down and there's always one
There's that, what, yeah.
hanger-oner.
Yes. Yeah. Last piece there.
Oh, you missed a bit. No, I'm only joking.
Oh, I have actually.
I mean,
Right, so that is our M-shaped piece, and that is our not M-shaped piece. And that's how they're going to go together. So again, we're going to cut those pieces of pattern paper out to go on there. So these are going to be, so they're 4 6/8 by 4 2/8. So 4 6/8 by 4 2. Oh, I've done that wrong, haven't I? So, yeah, so my 4 2/8 by my 4 6/8. I just got my piece of paper wrong. So again, so that is going to be the one that's going to sit on top of there. So I have still got it wrong. Let me just trim that down. There we go. And then, so we need 4 pieces again. So we need the 2 pieces for there, and then the 2 pieces for there. So where are we? Find another, oh, I've nearly used all my green paper. Let me just grab another piece out of here. Just make sure I'm not getting rid of the wrong piece of card. Let's get this one.
it's amazing how much you can get out of one piece of 12 by 12.
It really
isn't it?
is. It really, and the thing is, all these scrap pieces of paper, I absolutely won't get rid of. They will go towards something. Because, I mean, just even with these, you know, I'm just using small pieces. So you've always got a project where you've got a need for those little pieces. So we're 4 2/8 high. So just going to check. Trim that down a little bit. And then we need those smaller pieces, don't we? So we are 2 1/4. And if I just bring that in, you can see that I'm just fitting on there perfectly. So 4 more pieces at 2 1/4. Two. 3. 4. I always feel when it gets to this sort of time in the show, we could do with like a countdown counter.
We can get you a clock up on the screen if you want.
No.
Do you remember that? Did you ever get one of those? It was last Christmas when we had the I think it was last Christmas, the challenge on Wake Up Call,
No.
where you had to pick a cracker. Did you hear about this? You had to pick a cracker
Oh, I did.
and then...
They had jokes in them, didn't they?
Huh?
Because there was a joke in there, and there was the.
I don't think there was a joke in them. It was instructions as to what.
Oh, the ones with the challenges, yeah.
So it was like I think you could make whatever you wanted, but it gave you a bit like Ready Steady Cook. You'd have like a bag full of stuff, and you'd have like 10 minutes to put something together.
A particular card style you had to do, yeah.
Yeah, I remember Jan did one with me. I'm sure Debbie did the other. I just remember, Jan is the most calm, composed, laid-back person I've ever seen, and I've never seen her so stressed over the course of that show. Honestly, that's maybe why you don't want a clock up on the screen.
I know.
You've got 9 minutes. Eight minutes 50.
Don't do it.
8 minutes 20. Popping in quick says Susie T to say hi and see how the Craft Along project is coming out. Looking beautiful, Michelle, says Susie. Yeah, it is an amazing, amazing project. Didn't craft along today, Susie C, which I think probably is a good decision. OMG, says Flora. I would get that paper. I think I saw it on HSN. It's beautiful paper. Love the colours. We've got it here as well. It's the Country Lane, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not Country Life, as Johnny was calling it the other day. We said that's butter. Or was that you, Johnny?
I was just going to say, ain't that butter?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Johnny, Country Life. And Susan says that made perfect sense, Michelle. The no instruction part.
See? It does make sense.
Michelleisms, you see, you're all beginning to understand now. Makes perfect sense.
It does.
Everything. Now, this is a great project. I'm so pleased.
Let me just...
We've got a chance to do this today.
I know. So before I fold that back over, I'm going to let that glue dry because it's not quite grabbed. But we're going to pop that on top of there. And then those two pockets that I've got, that's on the other two, we will quickly cut those out. We might not get time to stick them in. If you've got the measurements, then you can stick them in afterwards. So before I glue this in, I'm just going to leave it to dry, but it is going to go on this side. It's going to go in exactly the same place, and it's going to sit there. So I'm just going to pop that to the side because on the other two sides we've just got two pockets, and these are very, very quick, easy and simple. So you need some more black card, and these are going to be, so you need two, one for each side, and they're going to be 4 6/8 by 2.5. So you've got 4 6/8 by 2.5. And you need two of those. So we need another, and again, so we're 4 6/8 by 2.5. And I'm just going to quickly check that's the right width, and it is. And again, so just two more pieces of any particular pattern paper that you want it to go on there. And they're going to be exactly the same width. So we're going to go at 4 6/8 again. By 2. So one more at 4 6/8 by 2 inches. And these are our pockets, so that is just going to glue on So either through the middle or to the bottom, so you've got a border at the top, which is what I did. Let's just move that. So I'll quickly put one together for you, because you've got them both cut out, so you know what you're going to do with one, you're going to do with the other. So I'm going to have a knife. You don't have to have, so once you've got your pattern paper on, if you don't want a border that thick at the top, you know how to sort of adjust that. But then what we're going to do is we're going to flip it over, and you're just going to put foam and a roll in a U shape, because then obviously you can pop stuff in to the top of your pocket.
Okay.
So
We'll catch up with Ro just before the end of the show. I know Ro's not going to quite have finished, but that's fine. We can see how far along she's got, and that's the whole point about these craft alongs as well. Even if you have been crafting, you've not quite finished by the end of the show, you can always go back, rewind, rewatch, do in your own time. But if you have crafted along, we'd love to see what you have crafted, what you've been up to. Stephanie just saying, hello everyone, I want to wish all the kinds of dads a happy Father's Day. Thank you, Stephanie, saying happy Father's Day, Ben. Can't wait to build this, says Cynthia Wood. It's beautiful. If you do do this at a later date, do let us know. And Carletta saying, I just love your sound effects, Ben. When did I do a sound effect?
you'd sort of, I think you're doing without knowing.
Without realising.
So my pocket, the foam on the roll is round the bottom, so you can see that you've got lots of ability for pocketage, for want of a better word. I haven't glued my other one in, but you know, we've done the both. So once you bring those all up, where's my lid? So you're just gonna pop it together.
Unbelievable, this.
All I've done that I haven't been able to do is just, I've got some, we've all got these mulberry flowers in our stash, or some that you've made yourself, and I just popped them under there with the hot glue. So if I bring in the one I've finished, so and just lean it for you to see, you can see that I've just put a bit of ribbon round the edge and those flowers in the middle. All I've done round the sides is I've used any of the card from the pack that I liked, and all I have done is I've just gone down that 1/4 of an inch increment again, and I have just cut that aperture into that coloured card, and I've done a different one on each side, just on, and you've got those beautiful roses popping through. So that is all I've done on the outside that we haven't been able to do now.
That is unbelievable, that. That's so good. I'm calling that demo of the show.
Thank you very much.
We're not even going to have a vote on that one. Could be demo of the day, potentially demo of the week. We've got all that coming up in Second Chance Sunday. Let's just catch up with Ro very quickly. Oh, it's been a bit of a whirlwind of a craft along, Ro, but I think you've managed just about to hang on to our coattails there. How far did you get?
It's been great. I got the box done. I used the
Beautiful.
note paper, so it's very colorful.
I love that.
That's amazing.
And then I have the sides.
Oh, but move to your left a little bit.
Perfect.
To your left.
That's it.
That's it. Beautiful.
And I used the heart. And then I did this one in 2 different colors for Michelle.
Oh, thank you. Love it.
What do you reckon, Michelle? Brilliant, eh?
Yes, absolutely
And
brilliant.
I got the box top done.
Oh, amazing.
Perfect. Perfect.
So you're pretty
I
much
love
there,
it.
Ro, aren't you, really? You've pretty much finished.
Just have pockets and ribbon and flowers and oh my.
Well, listen, will you make sure you send us a picture through so we can show your finished project later on?
I will after a couple of drinks.
Yeah, you and us both.
Yeah. Michelle, we'll toast across the pond.
Ro, it's been an absolute pleasure having you with us on the show. And as I say, I mean, I'm glad I didn't join in with that one because we'd still only be about halfway through if I was joining in. But thank you, and we'll see you again soon.
You're welcome. It was great. Happy Father's Day.
Thank
Bye,
you,
everybody.
Ro.
Bye.
Oh, just amazing stuff. And if you as well crafted along with us, do make sure that you send in your pictures, whether you send them into the email address studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk or indeed send them to the I'm a Crafter's Companion page, send them to me and Michelle on Facebook as well. That was unbelievable, Michelle. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Fancy doing another show in a couple of hours?
Yeah, 2 hours to have a have a rest.
As always, a massive thanks to Michelle. Thank you, as I say to you, for you crafted along with us. We'll be back in 2 hours' time. Second Chance Sunday, still with double points, still with those discount codes for you as well, and lots of great deals. We will see you back here on Crafters TV in 2 hours' time.